Peace. I was building with my sister True Nature earlier this morning on Facebook, and we were discussing power as opposed to power or refinement. And one of the things I wanted to do today is just elaborate a little bit further on that difference, as well as why it's important to recognize both perspectives. Traditionally, amongst the 5%, you have some of us in our supreme mathematics where the number 5 just represents power. But then you have other of us who have power or refinement in our supreme mathematics for the number 5. So that has caused some debates, disputes, disagreements. And even to this day, people oftentimes, communicate about how, no, it should only be power, and then you have others say, nah, it should be power or refinement. And I put up some videos in the past about power being the truth. And if you want to go back, check them out. And that is a traditional phrase that we have amongst the 5%, that the power is the truth. And that is right and exact. Not only is power the truth is the only power that exists within this universe. I mean, even lies have some power to them because they have to be based upon the truth. Now, another thing that some people say is, well, power doesn't need refinement because that's the truth. You can't refine the truth. And that is also right and exact. You cannot refine or improve upon the truth. It's true. You know what I'm saying? Yet at the same time, you don't refine the truth, but the people who have found the truth needs refinement. So in other words, as we grow and develop and we learn new things about ourselves and the world around us, that requires us to make some adjustments. And when we learn certain things, we may be in a very raw or crude form at that time, which means in order for us to align ourselves with that truth, we're going to have to require some refinement in our lifestyle, in the way that we interact with each other, in the way in which we attend the world. And that is the refinement that we're speaking about in terms of power or refinement. Learning about, for example, new ingredients that you never recognized in your favorite food that you've been eating for the last 15 years is going to require you to make an adjustment in your diet. Some people may not be able to do that cold turkey and just put it down and stop because they're in a very rude, crude form or raw form at that point, where it's going to take a process of temperance and the ability to purify themselves where they can incorporate a more holistic diet. So yes, power does not need refinement, but we do. In our 17th degree in the 1 of 40s, we're asked the question, what is the meaning of civilization? And the answer to that degree is one having knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, refinement, and is not a savage in the pursuit of happiness. So as we learn more truth about ourselves and the world around us, the highest expression or value of that truth is in the form of civilization, propagating a society of men and women based upon that truth as its foundation. And that sense of being civil and civility not only requires knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and culture, but it also requires refinement. So even if a person just simply has power in their mathematics, refinement is still there. You're still going to have to go through a process of refinement and growth and development as you discover other aspects and more about the truth of who you are in the world around you. People who have power or refinement in their mathematics, just because it's there, it doesn't mean that it's there, which means you still have to apply yourself with the things that you're learning about the truth of who you are and the world around you. So this whole debate and dispute and disagreement about whether you got this in your math or not, we're still going to have to demonstrate refinement and align ourselves with what the truth is about ourselves and the world around us in the interest of manifesting civilization. So that's all I really wanted to say about that. And this was inspiring, it was empowering, it was educating for those of you who oftentimes get involved in this back and forth debate and dispute and disagreement about whether or not power needs refinement. But you do. You need refinement. Because if you say that you don't, then you are not really having access to the truth. Why do you need to know the truth anyway if you don't need to make no adjustments? Peace.